Welcome back to BVE 2016, and it's coming up to the end of our live transmissions from BVE, but I had to come and see this stand. This is the Zeiss stand. I've got Luke Tate with me. Hi, Luke.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, very good. Now, obviously, you've got a massive range of lenses, and we've only got a few minutes, so let's talk about a few that you've got here. Okay. They look amazing. You've got them on an A7S here, which is an amazing camera. Tell us a bit about these lenses.
Okay, we do a few different lenses for full frame Sony system cameras, one of which is aimed at this world, the cinema world. It's a little Loxia range, so you've got smooth, dampened manual focus and a declickable iris. In fact, there's a small tool that goes into the rear of the lens, allowing you to disable or re-enable the click that quickly. Weather sealed while we're here. We've kept them little. There's 3 focal lengths that are all about this size, all with a 52mm thread. As I say, aimed at full frame video on the Sony A series cameras. Also work perfectly well, of course, on the FS5, on the FS7. Because of this nice grip here, third-party teeth gearing works very well and tends not to slip like a normal shiny surface would. So we've got a 21mm f2.8, we've got a 35 f2 and a 50 f2, and we are going to grow this range because it's been very successful for us.
These are manual focus lenses?
They are completely manual focus. They have, as you may have noticed when we looked at the rear, they have full communication. They just don't have a motor drive built into them to spin the focus.
Gotcha. So the camera is reading information,
absolutely it is.
Measurements and things.
Data. You can use it in any of the modes really, but it's just because people don't really want it for most video. We've not put AF, and it keeps them small.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which leads me neatly onto the other option. These are again full frame Sony fitting lenses, but they have this rather wonderful, I don't know if you can see that, display of distance to subject and depth of field.
Right.
They are also autofocus, although you can put them into manual focus. It's a fly-by-wire system that's actually quite nice as fly-by-wire goes. I'll just quickly do that. So now I'm in full control. You can see the depth of field behind and in front and the distance in feet or in meters.
So with something like the A7S, for example, which is very good face tracking and such like, if you wanted to put it on a gimbal or something, this is ideal for that.
Absolutely it is, gimbal and drone use, and just work where you've got to be quick. They were aimed at the stills world, but as always, the market dictates what it wants to do with them. So we are selling these to the cinema world quite a bit. There's 2 focal lengths right now, a 25mm f2, which is the one you see on here, and an 85mm 1.8, which is lurking in my cabinet somewhere. And we are very soon going to launch a 3rd focal length. So we're going to grow this system, we're going to grow the Loxia system. So just to remind, that's Loxia, the manual, and this is called Batis.
Brilliant. And let's have a look at, as we're at this show.
Other very recently released lens is the Brutal Otis, the 3rd one in the family. It's a 28mm 1.4. It's spectacular. It's available in Canon and Nikon, manual focus. We're seeing them used more and more in this video world because they're just so good. And as the sensors get bigger and badder and more demanding, this is a very, relatively speaking, cheap option.
I mean, we've been using this very lens on our highlights that we've been doing for BVE, and I look at the footage and just think that it just makes everything look gorgeous, this lens.
I mean, in terms of an optical league table, if you like, these are very, very close to the top. So we've now got a 28-1.4, a 55-1.4, and an 85-1.4. We're about to do a set deal in a Zeiss Pelly. Not quite there on that yet, but that's very soon. And
I know we will get questions about this on this lens. If on the Nikon version, as far as aperture control goes,
we've got one on our little JVC we borrowed here. Nikon gives you the normal aperture controls you would expect. It's clicked by default out of the box, but of course with any lens you can get it declicked. The Nikon version's obviously focused the other way around, which drives some people crazy and other people don't care. But yeah, it's certainly an option.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, to put it on a Sony camera like the A7S or something like, or FS7, you're going to need an adapter anyway.
Yeah, I use a Metabones, but you've got MTF right opposite us. They make a series of which that was one. There are many good options. Novaflex is pretty good. I do exactly that. My favourite camera is this thing at the moment, the A7R2, and I use that one here, and it works for me.
So, but if you wanted easy control over the aperture, buy the Nikon version, put it on an adapter. you get the aperture control easier without using electronics.
True, but the Metabones, I don't know where it's gone, but that it duplicates these contacts.
Sure.
So I've got iris control, it's just not stepless.
Gotcha. Understood. Cinema lenses.
Well, just
as we're here,
reminder, the gorgeous CP2s. One thing that surprises me the more I do these sort of shows is people don't realise that you can change your mount yourself with a torque wrench. Okay. People seem to think this is really hard and technical, you need a white coat and possibly a beard. You don't, you just need a torque wrench. There's PL, EF, Sony full frame, Micro Four Thirds and Nikon F. So these are a real versatile choice if you're running with loads of different cameras.
Absolutely.
And they're a great workhorse.
So there could be a lot of people out thinking, oh, I've got to buy a PL, I want CP2, I need to buy a PL version.
Yeah. No,
so
you don't. You really don't. It takes about 5 minutes when you've had a bit of practice. Occasionally you'll need to shim it, but that's really not as hard as it sounds. We've got videos on how to do it. But it makes them supremely versatile. In this day and age where cameras are changing every few minutes, and suddenly I need that one, now I need that one, these just will work with anything.
And as always, with all your lenses, it's the optical quality that makes them stand apart from a lot of other manufacturers.
Yeah, 125 years of making lenses, we've learnt a thing or two. Yeah, our lenses come out at a very high standard, for sure.
Luke, that's great. If people want to find out about the range of lenses, the ones that you've shown me, and of course you just do so many, it's great. Can they go to our website? Yeah,
Zeiss.co.uk. Website is full of information, and we have a new blog called Lenspire, which is more story-driven. People. I've shot this using Zeiss, here are my results. So we've got heavy information or fun.
Luke, thank you very much. It has been a pleasure talking to you.